Fine dining doesn't have to be complicated, difficult, or even pretentious. Welcome to episode 1 of Dish Covered, and we're starting with the Mistaken Margherita by Chef Franco Pepe. So this dish is from the restaurant Pepe and Granny in Caiazzo. Pizza is sort of his take on the traditional Margherita pizza that's served in Italy. We'll start with prepping the ingredients, and I'll explain the philosophy of the dish as we go along. First, we'll be making passata, or Italian tomato puree. Tomatoes chopped, tomatoes blended, and tomatoes strained into a saucepan and let it cook until all of the water is boiled off and it is thick. Just a little bit of salt, and I'm gonna blend it again to make it really smooth. Next is the basil reduction. Blanch basil leaves in boiling water for 15 to 20 seconds and immediately shock them in ice cold water. Squeeze out as much water as possible, and this goes into a blender with some olive oil and blend until smooth. So now that we've got both of our sauces, let's make a pizza. So the philosophy behind this pizza is that the chef wanted to celebrate the locally grown tomatoes in the region. So instead of putting them in a really hot oven, he decides to make a sauce out of it. The crust only has mozzarella cheese and some olive oil on it. And the sauce goes on top after it has been baked in this really pretty pattern. And same with the basil reduction. He felt like a lot of people just take off the basil out of the pizza because they disliked eating it. And it's done. Let's give this a taste. Salud. So instead of having tomato as a base, like a regular margherita, this has the cheese as a base, and the tomato is just like this condiment. This is the most cleanest version of margherita I've ever made, if that makes sense. Can you hear it? Whether you make it or not, I don't care, but you have to make the sauce. Next episode.